gonna start on this side because the variable's over here. Okay, so the opposite of subtraction is adding 24, adding 24, that equals 0. I get 6x equals 8 plus 4, carry the 1, that's 42. This means multiply, so the opposite is division. I get x equals 7. Oops, that's not what I wanted to start with. Going too fast. Here, I'm gonna start with the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. 10 minus 10 is 0, that cancels out. 6 minus 10 is negative 4. Y over 5, to multiply by 5, multiply by 5. Hopefully the more you do these, the more just habit and like steps it becomes. Because really most of them are really the same, just slightly different numbers every time. Minus 20, minus 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. I started on this side because the variable. 18 minus 20 is negative 2. 16x, I have to flip because it's the fraction, times 6 over 1, times 6 over 1. X equals negative 12. Okay, last 3 problems. This one is just a little bit different because I have the 2/3 right there, so it's not a 1 on the top of the fraction, but I'm still gonna flip it. Minus 6 minus 6, that equals 0. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2/3 x equals 2. So I'm still gonna flip, times 3 over 2, times 3 over 2. That equals 1. And then x equals, I have to do this, 2 over 1 times 3 over 2. 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 2 is 2. If I divide those, I get 3. Divide to get 3. You need to pause on that a little bit longer. Always doing the opposite of addition or subtraction first, so I'm going to start with this one, plus 14, plus 14. Negative 9m equals 27. If this is a negative, when you divide, because that's what we're doing here, this means multiply. When we divide, it also has to be a negative. M equals negative 3. See how I'm putting a box around my answer every time? Make sure you put a box around your answer or a circle. I like this one. This one's a little tricky. Just because it has a subtraction sign right here, I'm still gonna minus 5. Because if I did plus 5, 5 plus 5 equals 10, and I want it to equal 0. 5 minus 5 equals 0, so I don't want to do that. 5 minus 5 is 0. 15 minus 5 is 10 equals, and then this is important. This is a negative sign right there. Oops, I wrote there. That's a negative, so that subtraction sign goes with that 3x, so it's negative 3x. Oops, you're gonna get a fraction on this one. I don't like that. I wasn't thinking when I made this one, but that's okay. Negative 3x right here, okay. I'm gonna divide by negative 3. I divide by negative 3. You get x equals 10 divided by negative 3 is just 10 over 3 like that. You could also write it like, having a hard time writing on this paper, 10 over 3 equals 3 1/3. You could also write it like that. You won't have any like that on your tests that are fractions like that. They'll all just be whole numbers. But that's how you do it. The really important part here is that it's negative, so you bring down the negative, and then these are both negative, okay? You are gonna have something like that on your test where this is negative.